Let me get you up to speed with some of the more popular RPG news so far this week with a cup of coffee, of course. First, starting off with some Valheim news from PCGamer.com, and it says here that Valheim devs frustratingly tease more Hearth and Home images, and this is going to be their first major update for the game, with a focus on the house building aspect of the game, with more building pieces and stuff to do around the house. And to all you JRPG or MMO fans out there, Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis arrives this summer, specifically in June. And just really quick, as a quick reminder, technically a separate game, you'll still be able to transfer characters freely between New Genesis and Phantasy Star Online 2. Love it or hate it, Cyberpunk 2077 sold 13.7 million copies in 2020 alone, and more than half of that went towards the PC. Definitely one of the titles that I'm looking forward to the most for 2021, and it says here that Tales of Arise gets a lengthy gameplay showcase as well as a September launch date, and specifically on September 10th of 2021. One tidbit of interesting information here that I didn't realize: the producer for this game acknowledged that the new Tales of games needed to work harder to appeal for the younger audiences, and that's why they moved to the Unreal Engine 4. And probably one of the most interesting and the biggest news so far, modders want to turn Valheim into a 1,000-player MMORPG. Now, this project is called, I believe, ValNGNOS or Valgnos, or I don't know. Anyways, it does stand for Valheim Large Network Game Object Server Suite, and the game project aims to turn the 10-player co-op survival game into an MMO capable of housing over 10,000 players, and the team behind it already hosts a custom server called Comfy Valheim that can apparently support up to 64 players at once already, and so this project actually might get some steam and some potential as well. And the other news here that seems to have a lot of hype behind it, but definitely take it with a grain of salt because it is rumors at this point. It says here that Knights of the Old Republic remake reportedly in development by Aspyr. Now, if you don't know too much about this studio, it says here that they previously worked on the port of Knights of the Old Republic to the iOS and recently brought the older Star Wars games like Republic Commando, Episode 1 Racer, and Jedi Knight series to the Switch. I know I'm a little late on this one, and those of you who are MMO fans already know that Amazon's MMORPG from the Lord of the Rings franchise has been canceled due to whatever contract or conflicting things with another studio over at China and whatnot. Not gonna really get into that now, but it says here that Lord of the Rings Online's quest continues despite the fact even as Amazon's MMO fails to start. Now, this Lord of the Rings Online MMORPG is turning 14 this weekend. I can't believe it's actually been that long since the release of this game, and it's celebrating its anniversary with something called Further Adventures, which is a series of missions following Bilbo Baggins. This ordinarily costs 495 Lord of the Rings points, which is about $7, but these new missions are available for free until May 9th using the code SAVEBILBO. And if you are curious, this game does seem to have a concurrent user base of between 1,000 to 2,000 players on Steam, which isn't that bad for a game this old, and this is just on Steam, so who knows how many more people are playing outside of this client. And to those of you who play Elite Dangerous, especially those of you who have been partaking in the alpha test, well, we finally got a solid release date for the expansion, which is May 19th. And really quick before we move on, I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you so much for clicking on today's video. My name is Solomon SK for Coffee and RPGs, where we cover the latest news, trends, and updates for the RPG gaming genre, including MMOs, survival, online, JRPGs, and the like. If you like any of those in a rapid manner over a cup of coffee, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell notification icon right next to it, and let's continue. Next, we'll head on over to massivelyop.com for a few articles, and it says here that ARK Survival Evolved merges its classic PvP clusters and announces a new Conquest season on April 27th. And in other open world games, Atlas is bringing faster boat travel, railing modules, and a new map in the Tradewinds update on April 28th. And to all the Conan Exiles fans out there, update 2.4 is live on PC with a map expansion and new biomes as well. And probably one of the very first online, if not MMORPGs I've ever played in my life, all those years ago, classic Guild Wars is about to turn 16 years old, and a party has begun in Shing Jea. This game is the reason why I am so into RPGs and MMORPGs in particular. I have a lot of fond memories memories of this, and probably gonna have to reinstall this game just to check things out. I know it's a really dated game, but I have so many good memories, and I hope you guys as well if you played this game. And if you didn't know, Black Desert Online has a companion app and is now available, and through this app you're allowed to talk with your guildies directly from the mobile without having the game on, set world boss alerts, redeem coupons in the game, and access the central market as well. Also, again, I know I'm a little late with this one, but in Black Desert Online, at least for the PC version, they unleash the Awaken Sage class and launches new events and introduces rare hunts to go along with it. I genuinely enjoy this class. I mean, relatively speaking, of course, compared to the Nova class that was released not too long ago. And all I could say is that this class reminds me of Doctor Strange. I don't know, maybe it's because of the big red cape or whatever it is, but it's definitely a fun class. Now heading on over to MMORPG.com for a few articles, and it says here that Star Citizen Alpha 3.13.0 is out now, and some of the things included in this update contain hull visual degradation, ship-to-ship docking version 1, reputation, UI implementation, as well as object push and pull. I had no idea that MapleStory, the original one, also turned 16. Wow, that's a lot of anniversaries so far, but anyways, MapleStory turned 16 and celebrates with new updates. But just a quick heads up, you do need a character that is level 101 or higher, so then that way you gain access to the VIP membership at the Hotel Maple. And then once you become a VIP member, you'll be able to unlock special 16th anniversary points and 16th anniversary coins by completing anniversary missions and minigames. And to those of you who are partaking in the alpha test of the New World, it says here that the New World Update Alpha notes to include a new Ice Gauntlet weapon as well as PvP changes. And from the way things are rolling out, they are still committed to a August release date. No more delays, hopefully this time. Now heading on over to Gematsu.com, we do have a few articles here, with the first one saying that Scarlet Nexus battle highlight gameplay in the hospital and museum is out now. And again, this is another game that I'm really anticipating. I really love JRPGs, and Scarlet Nexus is definitely high on that list as well. And a quick reminder that this game will be released for all the major consoles, pretty much everything from the PlayStation 5 to the Xbox Series and whatnot, as well as the PC on Steam on June 24th in Japan and June 25th worldwide. And to those of you who are looking for something a little bit more retro, it says here that Earthbound-inspired RPG Oddventure coming to the Switch PC in the third quarter of 2022. Now, this is a crowdfunded game, and the crowdfunding starts on May 6th if you want to get involved. And to all the Genshin Impact fans out there, and I know there's a lot of you, it says here that Genshin Impact Yanfei gameplay trailer has been released, and she will be included in the version 1.5 update that's due out in April 28th. And in their next article, it says that Square Enix and Hiro Mashima announced fantasy RPG Gate of Nightmares for the iOS and Android. I normally don't cover mobile games that much. I do have a bias against them, but this is Square Enix we're talking about, so I thought I mentioned it here really quick in case you're interested. And in other JRPG news, we got Altair Mysterious Trilogy Deluxe Pack launch trailer, and this is due out worldwide on April 22nd. And we got RWBY Grimm Eclipse Definitive Edition gameplay trailer that has been released with the enhanced Switch port due out on May 13th. Say what you will, I actually do have a RWBY comic book way up here. You can't really see it. I do have one posted on the wall. I definitely do like the artwork because it kind of resembles sort of that manga feel to it and whatnot, but anyways. And now heading on to Destructoid.com for a few articles. It says here that a huge Monster Hunter Rise update is coming soon along with the stream, and this is being called, I guess, Rise 2.0, but this new update will be roughly below 1 gigabyte and will be released on April 27th at 7 a.m. Pacific time. And to all you Nier fans out there, we got some good news, as Nier Replicant has been released today as a recording of this video, but the creators shared a special message about the version upgrade ahead of its launch, and they're basically saying that this game is neither a remake or a remaster, although there does seem to be some slight visual upgrades here and there. I mean, I guess they don't want to get your hopes up too much, I'm guessing, but anyways. Now we'll head on over to allchart.com for a few articles, and I do apologize that I will be cut off on the right there, but it does go on to say that Ubisoft reveals Assassin's Creed Valhalla roadmap for the coming months. And as you can see here, we do have a little chart here. I'll try to move it here towards the right. As you can see, free game mode for the very last one. Mastery Challenge. But it does go on to say that Assassin's Creed Valhalla is set to receive 2 title updates as well as a new game mode by the end of spring. Additionally, the Wrath of Druids expansion is also set to come next month. And this is especially for all you survival RPG fans out there who especially like games like Stalker. And it says here that Chernobylite gets a release date in a new gameplay trailer. The sci-fi survival horror RPG Chernobylite is set to officially launch in July of 2021 for the PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, the developer Farm 51 announced. And to those of you who enjoy playing Immortals Phoenix Rising, there's some good news as there's also some DLC coming along your way called the Lost Gods DLC, which drops on April 22nd. Anyways, everyone, I really hope that you enjoyed today's video, and if there's anything that I left out or if you feel as though I should have covered, definitely let me know down in the comment section below and I'll take a look and I'll cover it in my next video. Anyways, everyone, I know that was a lot of updates to go over, so I'll finally let you guys go. Hope you guys have a blessed night, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers again, everyone.
Consider hitting the subscribe button down below, as well as the bell notification right next to it. Thank you!